been hard at work making a new collection for the spring for Pumpkin and Poppy. Breakfast at Tiffany's has definitely been one of my all-time favorite films. I think I rented it when I was like a freshman in high school, and I remember it having a very profound impact on me. I really relate with the topics the film brings up about finding your identity and about not being able to find true love until you can really be honest with yourself about who you are. And to me, that's what Breakfast at Tiffany's is all about. It was originally a short story by Truman Capote. He also wrote in cold blood. The 1950s was a very traditional way of living. Women were very structured, wore very elaborate clothing, very elaborate hairstyles, dresses, all of that. It would take them forever to get ready and cost a lot of money. And the innovative thing about Audrey Hepburn and Breakfast at Tiffany's, the film, was that they really gave her a simple, elegant style, but still kept it fun. The collection is called Little Black Dress Collection because of her famous, because of the famous opening scene of Breakfast at Tiffany's. The jewelry store Tiffany's always calms her down. So in the opening of the film, she's walking to Tiffany's, looking through the window and holding a baguette and drinking coffee and just kind of thinking about trying to find her own safe place. So that I'll kind of go through and explain everything for you guys and include pictures so you can see where I get my color inspirations from. This collection is very near and dear to my heart. I've worked really hard on it, and it's just one of those, I kind of can't see this not becoming a permanent part of my line just because it's such a special film to me. And Audrey Hepburn was one of those women that was really beautiful inside and out. So I just really want to keep this collection. In these teal boxes, if you can see that, kind of inspired by the color of a Tiffany blue jewelry box. That was the idea behind picking this color for the full collection boxes. And they're smaller than the other boxes that I have for my other collections, but this is a 6-product collection and there's smaller items, so they fit better in this kind of smaller box. But this is the label. I want to show that to you guys up close. I drew her at the opening of the film, eating her breakfast at Tiffany's. And I used charcoal pencil and regular pencil, and that's all my own drawing that I did there. It really motivated me to get back into drawing again, doing these labels. I haven't drawn in a long time. I went to college for painting, but I do really miss drawing and doing pencil work and charcoal work. So this was an opportunity for me to do that. We made the label look like a Tiffany's jewelry box. And yeah, we picked the font that's similar to the font in the film during the opening credits. So that's how we got the inspiration for the design. The cream blush does still have Audrey on there because it's a bigger label. It's coming in that packaging. Ingredients on the back. And for the rest of the collection, we have the Tiffany jewelry box design on each one. So I just thought that would be kind of cute. They look like little gift boxes for jewelry. And I'm going to introduce the products in the order that they come in the film. So if you are a fan of the movie, you'll definitely get the sequence and why I'm presenting these colors in the sequence that I do. But the first product is a staple in any makeup lover's collection. It is a black cream liner, and it's a matte black as well. And it's based on her dress in the opening of the film, which I drew right there. This is a different formula than my old cat liners. It is a drier formula, so you're not going to have the problems with creasing that I noticed when I used those old products. I'm improving my technique and trying to make better products. I included arrowroot powder in these, mango butter to make them a little bit easier to apply and less patchy, and also there's nylon 12, and there's nylon 12 in these to help them kind of flex on top of your fine lines instead of sinking in. And yeah, the formula is just altogether a different formula. I really do think these are better for kind of everyday wear. Today I'm wearing this set with Eiffel Matte Black Eyeshadow, which is from my Au Natural Neutrals line. And that also just kind of makes it easier to shape a cat liner if you're doing something like this. It helps you get that really fine, crisp line to the outer part of your eyeliner, and yeah, it just makes it extra black. So that's a tip for you guys if you're having trouble with doing a cat liner or anything like that and you want it to stay put all day long and you have oily lids, hooded lids, all of that, I recommend setting it with a black eyeshadow. That said, this is a drier formula, so it does set really well on the lid and it doesn't smudge when you blink. That's a problem I have. I have hooded eyes, so I have problems with eyeliners like creasing up right here when I blink, so I don't have that problem with this particular product, especially if I apply it on top of a powder eyeshadow. And that is the color right there. As you can see, there's no shine or shimmer to that at all. It's completely matte color. The next color in the collection is based on this amazingly awesome, gaudy, kitschy sleeping mask that she has in the movie. It's this aqua blue color and it has gold, it has like gold shimmer around the edges, and then it has like eyes closed on it with like gold eyelashes. It's really gaudy and awesome. So this is the color. I'll show that to you guys. And this is a sheerer color. You can build up the opacity on it, but I do recommend setting it with oil absorbing mineral veil or some kind of translucent powder on top if you are going to wear it thicker on the lid. Cream shadows, I do recommend using a thin layer, especially if you have hooded eyes or oily lids. That's the best way to wear them, but if you want to build up the color on this, just make sure you set it with like oil absorbing mineral veil or something like that, or just set it with a powder eyeshadow. But yeah, these make good bases too. So if you don't think you can wear cream shadows on their own, you can use these as bases for your similar colors to this, and it will make the color pop and make any glitter or shimmer stick to the lid. It's going to be an amazing base for an eyeshadow from my Eye Stands collection, Suburbanite, which is permanent part of my line now. I just think it's going to be an awesome base for that color. So any aquas or turquoises or anything like that, this is going to really bring out those colors. And again, this is Beauty Sleep. Her name in the movie is Holly Golightly, but her real name is Lula Mae, and she was actually an orphan. When she was younger, her and her brother Fred were orphans, and they ended up living with a veterinarian named Doc. And later in the film, he actually goes to try to find her and bring her back home. He had married her when she was like 15 or 16, like really young. The marriage was annulled, but he never accepted it. So basically, he comes back to try to bring her back, and it's a really hard moment for her because she has to deal with who she used to be and who she currently is, and how she's not happy with either scenario. She's not happy with who she used to be, and she's not happy with who she is. So Lula Mae is her real name, and the color was inspired by this dressing gown that she wears in the film when she's talking with Paul. This gorgeous bright peach color. I just absolutely loved it. I know it's not an obvious inspiration from this movie, but I think it's a beautiful color, and I love it as an eyeshadow color. And it's a bright peach, almost like a cantaloupe kind of color. It has like a pink undertone to it. This brings out blue eyes really well. It's just a really gorgeous, flattering lid color when you just want to warm up your lids a little bit. It's absolutely stunning just on its own with a little mascara. The product that I'm featuring in my look today, it is kind of one of those all-purpose products again. It is called Incognito. And this is a cream blush, but it's also lip safe, so you can wear it on your lips as a lip tint, which is what I'm doing today. And it looks crazy bright in the pan. You can see that there. It is like a red-orange color with a coral undertone to it. It looks crazy bright. But again, with cream blushes, it really blends out easily and just gives you kind of that pretty pop of color and glow. And I really like doing brights in a cream formula because I feel like it looks more like your actual skin, and it's a more transparent kind of a product, so it it really doesn't look over the top on the face. It really just blends in with your foundation. It's based on the scene where she goes to the Five and Dime with her friend Paul, who's an author, and they have a day of firsts. Basically, they both take each other to different things they've never done before. He takes her to a public library. She's never been to a public library before. She takes him to Tiffany's, and he engraves this like Cracker Jack ring for her. It's really romantic. And then they end up going to a Five and Dime store because she asked him if he had ever stolen anything from a Five and Dime. And so they go in there and they steal these like cat and dog masks, and they walk past a police officer with them still on their faces, incognito past the police officers. So that was where I got the idea for the color, the name for it. And the color is actually inspired by this gorgeous red-orange coat that she wears in the film. And then the product a lot of you guys were like the most excited for. I had a lot of good feedback on my Even Star lip butter, which was my first lip butter for Pumpkin and Poppy. This is my second, and I really got a lot of good feedback on the color for this one when I showed pictures of it on my Facebook. So this is Party Girl, and it's based on this gorgeous pink dress that she wears. It's like an A-line skirt, and she has this pink tiara on, and it has all these pearlescent sparkles on the actual bodice of the dress. So that was where I got the color inspiration for the lip butter. This is more pigmented than the Even Star lip butter. I put more titanium dioxide and a little bit more pigment in it, so it is more of a lipstick than a sheer color, but it still has that moisturizing formula that you guys like. And again, it's just one of those pretty wearable, everyday kind of pinks that I think will work for a lot of different skin tones. So that's Party Girl. Okay, and then the last product is called Divinely Happy. It's a scene where she's in these really cute little pigtails. She has this awesome voluminous bump up here, very 60s, and she's wearing this really cute kind of boat neck sweater that's this really gorgeous, warm, light taupe color, and that's where I got the inspiration for this color. And also, there's several trench coats throughout the film, so they kind of have that taupish, tannish color in the film, so I wanted to represent that. But it's called Divinely Happy, and it is a warm tone matte taupe cream shadow. The look is very subtle, natural taupe colors on the lids, and I really wanted to include that in the collection. I think it's going to be a good base shadow for a lot of taupe eyeshadows that you may have, or if you're doing more of a matte look, it's good to have a matte base for that. Yeah, that is the Little Black Dress collection. I hope you guys are just as excited as me about it. I was really happy I could do justice to Breakfast at Tiffany's, one of my all-time favorite movies ever. Not just for the fashion, which is amazing. I really like the story, and I like the idea about finding yourself and being independent, but still being able to allow yourself to trust someone enough to show them who you really are.